also paved the way for greater local empowerment. The local government system provided a platform for citizens to actively participate in decision-making process that directly affect their communities. Article 3 of the Constitution of Islamic Republic of Pakistan emphasizes the elimination of all forms of exploitation and to ensure social and economic justice. This duty to ensure justice goes beyond legal equality and addresses the wider social economic equalities that may exist in our society. Article 9 of our Constitution guarantees the protection of life and liberty from arbitrary arrest and detention and reinforces the principle that personal liberty is a fundamental right. Article 25 provides that all citizens are equal before the law and have the right to equal protection of law. This provision not only prohibits discrimination based on race, creed, caste, or sex, but also accentuates the importance of fair and impartial treatment of every citizen. Article 37 of our Constitution outlines the commitment to promoting social justice and addressing social problems. The state has the duty to encourage the full participation of people from different regions in state activities and further emphasizes the decentralization of administration for the convenience and needs of the public. Article 38 provides that the state must ensure the welfare of all citizens irrespective of gender, caste, creed, or race. It outlines measures to raise living standards, prevent concentration of wealth, and ensure legal rights between different segments of society. The state has the duty to provide social security and to eliminate economic inequalities. Ladies and gentlemen, the Election Act 2017, a landmark law, introduced measures to increase the representations of women and girls in the electoral process. It obliged political parties to allocate at least 5% of their total seats to women. This affirmative action aims to correct historical imbalances and foster a more inclusive political environment. In addition, women in Pakistan are constitutionally granted the right to vote and run for public office. The importance of this right cannot be overstated, as it allows women to actively participate in democratic process and bring their perspectives and experiences to political decisions that affect the entire nation. Article 36 of the Constitution guarantees the protection of minorities, including their right to freely profess and practice religion. The Constitution extends protection to political representations, allowing minority community to participate in electoral process without fear of discrimination. Reserved seats for minorities in both National Assembly and provincial assemblies provide a platform for their voices to be heard at the highest level of the government. This election shows a commitment for reality and diversity in our democratic system. Sustainable democracy is not just a system of government. It's a living organism that needs constant nourishment and transformation. A nation's legal system needs to be flexible enough to keep up with the ever-evolving needs of society. The importance of the rule of law in the development of our country has never been higher. The rule of law is foundation upon which the principles of inclusive and sustainable democracy are built. Without a commitment to the protection of human rights and the rule of law, democracy is fragile and vulnerable to erosion. Courts are not just judicial institutions. They are the guardians of justice and the protector of fundamental rights. In a world where these rights are all too often trampled upon, the judicial system is the last line of defense. Through these decisions, courts establish precedents that guide the understanding and application of the law. Decisions not only resolve disputes, but also shape the legal landscape and influence policy and legislation. In this way, the judicial system becomes the driving force for the development of society based on justice and respect for human rights. The courts of Pakistan, while having supported democracy through landmark judgments like declaring martial law illegal in Asma Jalani's case, have also supported the separation of powers between the legislature, executive and judiciary for greater transparency in the system. It does not mean the courts are free from all flaws. As a young democracy, we have much to learn and much to improve on. And it is my hope that one day we will be able to strengthen all our pillars of democracy. First and foremost, we must strengthen the rule of law to ensure equal protection and justice for all citizens. The rule of law is not mere abstraction. It is the bedrock on which the building of justice stands. As a judge, I am well aware of the weight of responsibility that comes with upholding this basic principle. The rule of law demands that justice be meted out impartially, without fear or favor, regardless of one's social standing, wealth, and influence. Everyone is entitled to the same protection and consideration under the law. The blindfold on Lady Justice symbolizes the impartiality that is not just a virtue, but a necessity for rule of law to prevail. In Islam, every individual is entitled to dignity and respect, irrespective of their background. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam emphasized the rights of weak and marginalized in society. As we grapple with issues of social justice, it is incumbent upon us to ensure that our legal systems actively promote inclusivity, addressing disparities, and safeguarding the rights of all members of society. If Pakistan wants to move ahead, then the law must regard all Pakistanis equal, irrespective of caste, creed, or gender or religion. To do this, institutions exercising power must remain accountable. Transparency of judicial process, clear rules, and consistent application of law help create a system where citizens can trust that justice will be done. As a judge, my duty is not only to interpret the law, but to be a vigilant guardian of the rights and freedoms that support a democratic society. Legal certainty and predictability developed in the rule of law. Individuals and businesses needs to be sure that their legal rights and obligations are clear and enforceable. Such predictability promotes economic growth, social stability, and an atmosphere where justice is not capricious but guided by established legal principles. However, rule of law is not without its challenges. It requires constant vigilance, adaptation of social change, and an unwavering commitment to justice. As a judge, I must interpret the law every day in the manner consistent with the society's evolving values while remaining true to its founding principles. Ladies and gentlemen, the legal framework should adapt to the challenges of digital age. The digital world has brought with it limitless communication, making cyber security, and privacy paramount. As we punch into digital ecosystem, our legal framework must be strengthened to combat cyber threats while protecting people's privacy rights. Jurisdiction such as a European Union implementing the General Data Protection Regulation are an example of proactive approach to protecting privacy in the digital age. In a world where information flows seamlessly across borders, our legislation must be equipped to combat cybercrime, safeguard data protection, and ensure the responsible use of technology. Pakistan must also safeguard its citizens' rights by shaping its legal response to the complexities of the digital landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, as we deal with these issues, let us not forget the importance of legal education and awareness. Judiciary has a dual responsibility in promoting legal education and awareness. First, we in legal community must ensure that aspiring lawyers receive comprehensive and relevant training. The education must not only provide them with the necessary legal knowledge, but also instill in them a deep sense of ethical responsibility and commitment to justice. Second, judicial authorities must actively reach out to the wider community to raise awareness of legal rights and responsibilities. Outreach programs, workshops, and partnerships with educational institutions can be effective tools for spreading legal information. We must promote a society where individuals are not passive subject of law but are active participants in its development. A society that is aware of its rights and responsibilities is better prepared to participate meaningfully in the democratic process. The Quran encourages seeking knowledge, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ emphasized the importance of education. In today's context, legal education becomes a means to empower individuals to understand their rights and responsibilities, fostering a culture of civic engagement and information participation, thus creating accountability and transparency within the political system. In conclusion, the path to the sustainable, inclusive democracy in Pakistan lies in our shared commitments to a strong and evolving legal framework. As we debate in the coming days, let's remember that today's decision will shape the future of our nation. Let's strive for a legal system that is a sign of justice, equality, and democracy for all. Over the coming days, we must remember the profound impact our legal decisions can have on the resilience and inclusiveness of our democracy. At the culmination of this discussion on sustainable, inclusive democracy, let us envision this conference as a forum for the exchange of ideas, collaborative learning and collective pursuit of legal framework that upholds the ideas of justice, equality, and democracy. May Allah guide for deliberation and grant us wisdom to contribute to the betterment of our societies. Thank you.
That was predictably insightful. If I may sum up the convergence and common points of democracy and law, then I can say that welfare of the people is the common point between the democracy and law. And there is a well celebrated maxim in law that salus populi lex suprema, which is welfare of the people is the supreme law of the land. Now, speaking of which, on behalf of the Shaur Foundation for Education and Awareness, I would call Mr. Hamid Sohail on the podium to share his views. Sir, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected Chief Justice of Lahore High Court, His Lordship Mr. Justice Ameer Bhatti, worthy Vice Chancellor Dr. Muhammad Ali, Justice Zafar Yassin, Justice Khalid Alvi, Justice Muhammad Qasim, Dr. Samza Fatma, distinguished guests and dear students, Assalamu Alaikum. Firstly, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to Honorable worthy Vice Chancellor Dr. Muhammad Ali and Dr. Samza Fatma for undertaking this significant initiative that brings together legal experts to discuss contemporary issues in law for the advancement of sustainable and inclusive democracy. On behalf of Shaur Foundation for Education and Awareness, I express sincere gratitude to Dr. Saab and Dr. Samza Fatma on this noteworthy initiative, as this subject is very close to our heart and we eagerly anticipate the discussions and outcomes of this crucial international conference. Since 2008, Shaur Foundation has actively participated in constructive social change through various initiatives. Our goal is to bring about meaningful and positive change through extensive outreach activities and collaborative networks, including advocacy campaigns, capacity building programs, and communication activities with diverse partners. As we all recognize, law plays a pivotal role in sustainable and inclusive democracy, and its significance in shaping community norms cannot be underestimated. The emergence of legal issues is inevitable, and it is essential that we collectively contemplate solutions to address these challenges. However, we remain optimistic that this conference will not only serve as a platform to comprehend critical issues across various legal domains, but also chart a course forward in resolving them. And we are looking forward that it will also enhance our understanding and evolving dynamics within the realm of law. As you all know, we have a very tight schedule, 2-day schedule, so I will not take much of your time. And once again, I would like to thank the organizers and looking forward to the outcomes and proceedings of this international conference. And I expect that this conference will be as per our expectations. Thank you very much.
Now, for vote of thanks, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Abdul Qadoos Suhaib Saab, Director, Islamic Research Center, Bahauddin Zigra University, Multan.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulih Nabiyil Kareem. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, la in shakartum la azidannakum, sadaqallahu al-azim. Ladies and gentlemen, respected guests and distinguished participants, on the behalf of organizing committee, extended my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Chief Justice Muhammad Ameer Bhatti, Chief Justice Lahore High Court, and the Janab, respectable Vice Chancellor Janab Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali Shah Saab, His Lordship Justice Muhammad Qasim Khan, His Lordship Justice Muhammad Zafar Yasin, His Lordship Justice Muhammad Khalid Alvi, Keynote Speaker Professor Dr. Harman, Head of the School of Religion and Philosophy, Minhaj University, Lahore, and all participants, teachers, chairman, directors, dean, and my dear student of Azhar University, Multan, for gracing us with their presence in the International Conference on the Contemporary Issues in Law for Sustainable Inclusive Democracy. I would like to thank Dr. Samza Fatma, Principal, University Gilani Law College, Azhar University, Multan, for continuous struggle and hard work made to successful this conference. I express my sincere thanks to the scholars, participants who will share their expertise and knowledge regarding the legal matters. I am grateful to the hard-working organizing committee and team whose the meticulous planning and the dedication made this event possible, and thanks for the difficulty of law and the Department of Islamic Studies and the Sufism and IRI Islamabad. Thank you very much.
Now, the Lifetime Achievement Award segment comes. I have indescribable feeling to introduce the personality whose relation with Gilani Law College spans over more than 50 years. He has done his LLM in 1970 from University College London, and he has joined University Gilani Law College on January 1971, and he taught one semester at that time in Gilani Law College. Then his elder brother advised him to also get a taste of legal profession. Then he went at Lahore for practicing law, and then he reached at the zenith of this legal profession. He became the judge of Federal Shariat Court and High Court as well. But the most pertinent point comes in 2005 when he became the member of Punjab Public Service Commission, and he was heading the prosecution department for their appointments. At that time, dear students, please look at the intensity of the relationship and with the soil. He urged the board for allocation of 25% quota for the students of Southern Punjab. And eventually he got it. He got it, the 25% quota for the students of Southern Punjab for ADPPs, जिसको Assistant District Public Prosecutor कहते हैं, Deputy District Public Prosecutor and Public Prosecutors. But as ill luck would have it, students were not able to fulfill that criteria. And this was the ticklish point for that seasoned personality. He resigned from the membership of Punjab Public Service Commission. He came back at Bahauddin Zikriya University and incepted the semester system of 3 years and 5 years of LLB program for you people, so that you can get the quality education and compete with the Upper Punjab and all other provinces of the Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I need you to appreciate by huge round of applause for Mr. Justice Zafar Yasin on this endeavor. We have the honor and privilege that His Excellency, His Lordship, has been teaching law since 2020 in Gilani Law College, and he has been a member of the syndicate as well as the selection board and law college committee of Gilani Law College. And during his teaching, he spent every bit of it while delivering lecture, and he remained so calm and quiet and concerned about the well-being of the students. That is why we have great honor and privilege to have him here with us for this Lifetime Achievement Award. Now I would request Venerable Vice Chancellor to please come on the stage. I would request His Lordship, Chief Justice of Lahore High Court. I would request His Lordship, Muhammad Qasim Khan Sahab. I would request Principal Gilani Law College, Dr. Samza Fatima. Sir, I request you to please come on the stage and get and receive Lifetime Achievement Award.
सर कैमरा मैन को नीचे कह दें आप काइंडली, वो पीछे से मीडिया वाले नहीं कवर कर पाएंगे. इधर की तरफ